What's going on? This is PW Beast with PWB Performance. Today's discussion is goals. This video is already recorded. More so, this episode is already recorded on my podcast. Please check the link below for if you're watching this on Instagram or YouTube. And then go ahead and subscribe there. So, goals. All right, let's talk about what are goals, how to implement goals, how frequently should we implement goals, and what some of the things I've seen. Once again, this is just a discussion, not necessarily me teaching you stuff. All right. So, what are goals? All right. When you do, I feel like, and really for myself, but when I first started, and I will say this more so what I see a lot on social media, a lot of what we're talking about in this episodes and in this show is what I've seen on social media, is as far as the goals, when you first get a client, that initial discussion, you got to say, okay, so what do you want to do? You know what I mean? That's the whole thing about this program. What do you want to do? So now you find out what you want to do. What you then do for the planners have to coincide, right, with what the goal is. If your client says, I want to gain strength, 10 pounds on my freaking bench press, 20 pounds on my squat, I want to gain size, do not throw swimming into their program 3 days a week. You know what I'm saying? So what the goals is, stay true to those goals. Now, how frequently, the tangibility of that goal. You can't just say, all right, client wants to lose weight. Well, that gives you nothing. Because you already know that's probably what, all right? You got to know how much weight wants to be lost. When does this weight wants to be lost? And then how, so how, when, and then what? So how much weight? So 10 pounds in 2 months. And I hate HIIT training, so I want to do it through cardio. I mean, maybe long distance cardio or resistance training, whatever that client says. So it's very important that you know what the goal is. And also, how frequently should you have these goals? So let's say they're like, what I do is per week. So I say, okay, we're starting off the week, we do this session, whether it be Sunday or Monday. Now, your week, we want you to hit, and this is just an example, if the goal is to, let's say, lose some weight, right? Let's say 5 pounds or whatever, something small, and let's say this person's obese. I would say, all right, just to get started, I'm keeping this simplistic, but we're going to do 150 to 200 minutes per week in Zone 2 cardio. That's what we're going to do, okay? And we're going to do this by treadmill, Stairmaster, or rowing, whatever, right? So something that you can do in Zone 2 training. Once that's completed, now that we hit our goal, the next week, the goals have to get increasingly harder. The only way I'll stay at that same wavelength is if they haven't moved or it's going below, and then I may drop shot. Now that leads me to the next point, which is changing your goals. Just your goals are not going to be linear, or it's not going to be just progressive. Sometimes it's going to go up, sometimes it's going to go down. As you guys, I'm sure that I have plenty of people who've been doing this for a while. Your clients don't always go in a linear or a downward slope or all, up. It's just like a zigzag, of just, because life happens or whatnot. So you have to change these goals as you go along, So without keeping this video too crazy long, there's some things I just want to talk about as far as when it comes to goals, right? So when you're getting your goals, make sure you talk about, have tangible goals. I want to lose 10 pounds. This is when I want to do it, frequently. Don't just say, okay, so the goal is to lose 10 pounds in 2 months, and then don't ever talk about goals again. Have that per week discussion on your goals. And then, let's see, let's check my notes here. Oh, yes, and I want to end it with manageable goals, okay? So if someone wants to lose weight, you don't want to say, once again, this is just something I've seen. You don't want to say, okay, so we're going to do, 6 days a week, 2 hours, even though you're a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? It's not really manageable. You want to have your goals to be manageable. They're hiring us to work within their lifespan while also getting the job done. So I'll leave it at that, guys. Let me know what your thoughts. I know I get some stuff kind of like here and there, like I'll share this video out and I'll get some, feedback that way, but please leave it in the comments so other people can see that stuff, and we can all kind of progress forward together. All right. Once again, thank you for listening.